Can you like sit still for a minute?
I'm just addicted to working out, bro.
Just yo, what is up everyone? Welcome to today's video. Now I have this chap right here, MattDoesFitness, staying with me for a couple of days. So of course we've been doing eating challenges, we've been lifting. Now we're gonna do a good old Q&A. We're gonna sit back, relax, chill, and have the chats with you guys. So we asked questions on my Instagram, which is @RobLipsett, and Matt's is @MattDoesFitness, which it's very surprisingly is not his real name. I thought Does was your middle name and Fitness was your last name. And then
I changed it.
Yeah, do you want to even tell them your real name?
Yes. Gary Konchowskis.
This is not your name.
Isn't it, Rob?
All right, let's get cracking with the Q&A. Have either of you ever been tempted to take steroids? And if so, when in your fitness journey? Every day?
Like we were talking about this yesterday. We were saying like
every day.
Yeah. We were saying that like there are guys who take steroids who are absolutely outrageously enormous, but then there are other guys that take them and you wouldn't even necessarily know they take them. You know? Yeah. And so we were saying like part of me thinks it would be so fun just to jump on a couple of cycles and just see how outrageously
what would happen.
Freakish,
Just see what would happen.
Just
and
become like an actual.
And like you'd have to.
As well, for like a powerlifting background, like in terms of strength as well. Like I know guys who have jumped on like pretty solid, you know, amounts of drugs, and their lifts have gone like absolutely berserk, like through the roof. Yeah. So from that standpoint as well, it would be outrageously exciting and interesting to see what numbers go up. Yeah, just right now I don't think it would complement my life. It would just be too much hassle. I like my physique the way it is, and there's, you know, the pros don't outweigh the cons. Yeah, I think the two biggest cons, and these are like they're big enough that I would never do it, is that firstly just the risks. I'm sure like people will say, oh, you know, if you can do it safely and you can research it, and there are like I would still be too scared. I'd be too scared that there would be some kind of issue or like
the bitch tits. Yeah, the gyno. That puts the fear of God into
shrunken wiener.
Yeah.
Spots, like
when things start messing with your wiener, it's just like, what am I doing? It's like, what am I doing? Am I doing messing with my wiener for some extra muscle? You know, I don't know.
And yours is already probably more importantly as well, is like anything. If you start doing it, then like you're stuck. Like if you start taking drugs, right? Yeah. When you stop taking them, you're gonna get weaker and you're gonna get smaller. Like that's gonna suck. So you almost back yourself into a corner from which there's no return, you know. So
and we've seen people on social media as well in the fitness industry. I certainly have. I don't know if you've maybe seen them, but it's like they take gear, they come off gear, and they have like a bit of a meltdown. They you can lose considerable muscle.
I just think
slippery slope.
Like so slippery. Like it's like you've got like an industrial vat of Vaseline.
Especially when you just don't need it. It's like you look fine.
I mean, if anything, I'm too big.
One thing I would do when I'm like way older, so maybe well into my 30s, is TRT, like under the guidance of a doctor. Maybe I'll do that, but again, that's
like tests,
testosterone replacement therapy.
Again, I've done a video of this. I think it'll be so my test was like in the average range, but slightly towards the lower end, which I was surprised by. So part of me thinks it'll be sick to get a crazy high amount of tests and see what happens. But then, to be honest, like within that normal range, going from low to high doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so to answer your question, tempted every day. Also guys, if you want to watch part 1 of this Q&A, it is linked in the description box over on this guy's channel. Go check it out right now.
I'm wearing Asics socks, so I mean, and they've got a massive hair on. If you don't like watching men in Asics socks with hairs on their feet, then what are you doing?
Get your head straight. Who can eat more, you or Matt? Okay, on 3, we just say who. Who do you think? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say. I mean, firstly, wait until Sunday. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Wait.
But secondly, I think. I mean, I'm gonna put it out there on an evidence basis. I mean, I've done a 25k challenge.
It's true, but from chilling with me yesterday.
Yeah, what I will also say is I think Rob his short-term capacity is greater than mine. So like he's done 10k in an hour. I'm telling you right now, I couldn't eat 10k in an hour, no way. So definitely on a one-off capacity, like an eating challenge in one sitting, you beat me for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Let me have that. Matt's twice the size of me, but I can still eat more than him. So that's my claim to fame. Yeah. Favorite cereal?
It's
a nice, light-hearted question.
You go first. I need to think about this a bit more.
I think like all time, like if I take the years into account, I'd have to say something like Crunchy Nut.
I was gonna say that.
It's the best.
Crunchy Nut cornflakes. But do you know what else? Crunchy Nut clusters.
Oh, they're illegal. They're so good. The ones with the chocolate clusters in them.
It almost goes too far, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're just like, they're one of the most calorie dense foods
and like
ever.
Is that even, what's the criteria for a cereal? Because
yeah,
you
can put a fucking dairy milk in a bowl of milk.
Yeah. If I just buy like a chocolate fudge cake and slice it up into cubes and put it in a cereal box, does that become cereal? Like,
yeah,
there's a fine line between cereal and dying of diabetes. So.
But yeah, so Crunchy Nut and Crunchy Nut clusters.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Cocoa Pops coming in close second.
Rice Cools.
Where did the two of you meet?
Oh. Do you want should we do the
X-rated version? Not past 9 p.m. version.
Let's do the X-rated version.
Okay.
So, you may be familiar with a website called penisland.com. Okay. Rob is the chief administrator on penisland.com. So, I was just perusing one day. I ran into a problem, couldn't access what I wanted to access. I went on the live chat, Rob came up, the rest is history.
If you want to know how we actually met, we didn't meet on penisland.com. We met it was with an old sponsor of both of us, Machine Fitness. And what was it? Was it a collab or was it at Body Power?
Body Power, yeah.
It was at Body Power.
We like stayed in an apartment, right?
That was it, yeah.
That was quite a sick team, to be fair.
That was a sick team, and we were talking about that the other day, and it's like, it's good times, and it's like great to see how everyone evolves in the industry. You know, some people go this direction, some people go that direction.
Some of them are dead. In fact, they're all dead apart from you and me. It's like a Final Destination.
So yeah, that was 4 years ago, so we've known each other a long time. How to cut with minimal cravings?
I'm gonna say a couple of things. Firstly, eating a diet that's high in protein and high in like fibrous, massy foods, right? So cravings, a lot of the time, like kind of linked to hunger. So essentially, if you're not hungry, you are less likely to crave food, right? So if you eat a diet that is full of like whole raw foods, things that are high in protein, things that are high in fiber, you're going to feel far more satiated, far more full, and therefore you're less likely to crave stuff, right?
Yeah, volume eating.
Exactly that. Yeah, just feel full. You know, like if you have let's say you have a 750 calorie meal, right? If that meal comprises of like lean chicken breast and like salad and right, versus like some French fries, right? Yeah. You would eat the French fries and that would barely make a dent, right? And you're then gonna go on and crave stuff. The salad chicken thing is gonna fill you up. You're not gonna crave stuff. So that would be my advice.
Like imagine we did a big calorie challenge with like loads of healthy foods. Like we'd be full after one meal.
Vegetables, mate, you'd die.
Yeah, you'd actually die.
Your stomach would explode.
So volume eating. It's really simple. Just eat. Look at a meal. And it's like fill my stomach up. Yeah. You know, that's the most. That's like a layman's terms way of saying it. Will fill my stomach up. And then in terms of cravings, if you are still craving something, then you can fit that into your diet. So let's say you have a Snickers bar. It's like what 200 calories, maybe a little bit more, and you're on, for numbers sake, a 2,000 calorie diet. That's like 10% of your diet, you know?
And even like, I don't like advocating it, but like diet drinks, like in a worst case scenario, let's say you're prepping for a show, right? So real dire straits and you're craving stuff, like diet drinks, like that gives you the illusion of having consumed some sugar, but you haven't, you know? It's not, there are other implications, but just from
there's a lot of worse things you can be doing.
Yeah, exactly. But from a purely body composition standpoint, like that's not gonna have an impact the same way that drinking or consuming sugar would. So that would be a good tip, just like diet drinks.
Yep, so there you go. A little bit of flexible dieting, a little bit of volume eating, and just a few hacks here and there. Yeah. Intermittent fasting is good too. What motivated you to start out on YouTube? I think this is quite an interesting one, especially for Matt, because you were, you know, working for ages as a teacher.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, it's a bit of an anticlimactic story. Like, I think people, like lots of people have like a cool story or like an inspiration, or like, oh, I wanted to help people. Like, to be honest, I just did it like for a laugh. Like, I had come off the back of, I did like triple jump. I was a long and triple jumper for like 10 years, did athletics, and that like was my whole life. And then I got injured and I had to stop doing that. And so I had like a void, and so I just thought, I just thought it would be cool to make videos, like from an egotistical standpoint. I thought it would be like not in a pervy way, but I like people watching me do stuff. It feels sick, you know. So like, I felt like then making a YouTube video, people are going to see it. It's going to be cool, you know, gratifying. Initially, like that was it. I just did it for a laugh. When it started to grow, then there was other kind of avenues, and I started to enjoy it, and I started to get addicted to it. And then I started to like feel like I was helping people, and so there were other motivations and things now. But initially, like I just did it for a laugh.
Yeah. Same. Initially, I just had no other option. It was burn the bridges. So I fired from my part-time jobs. I failed college. You know, my family didn't have me a job to give me. None of my friends had like any connections to get me in with a job. So and then I had no degree or anything. Yeah. So I was like, I've literally got nothing else to do. I'm like, I had nothing. The only consistent thing in my life was training, and I was crazy into learning about nutrition. So I literally just picked up my iPhone 5. That was what it was at the time. Now we're on like iPhone 10XS.
I used an iPhone 5 up until about a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute.
So I used my iPhone 5, 1080p, and
not to film, just to use, not to film. I just use it as a phone.
Some filth on that phone if you ever found it now. But so I just picked that up and I was like, yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to the vlog. This is how I train, this is how I eat. Follow along, and it all kind of went from there. I started making just strictly informative videos, and like you said, it started out as just, hey, this is something I want to do. I see other YouTubers who are living a great life, you know, from fitness, making a career out of that, and also helping people. So that was it. And
sick that you can do that. Isn't that sick that you can like?
You've no other option. Yeah. You're like, there's nothing else for me to do. Let me just make this huge career out of a phone.
Yeah.
Like out of this piece of plastic in my pocket.
Also that you can just be good at like something, or have like a niche, something that you like, that you enjoy, that you're good at, and then you can make that into like YouTube is a platform to, you can be, do you know what I mean? You can be good at playing like the electric recorder, something so obscure, but like there are people, because the world is massive and populated by like billions of people, there will be people out there that enjoy, that watch that, and you can make like a living of it. That's friggin' sick, isn't it?
People don't understand how like crazy the world is, and how much crazy things happen like every day. Like if you do have a dream, it's a sick time to be alive. If you have a dream and you're like, oh no, that probably can't work, I can guarantee you stranger shit has happened. Like stranger things.
Unless you like are like a serial killer and you're like, oh, maybe I could like make some videos about this, like
probably keep that off the
on the back burner.
Maybe keep it for yourself. But on a serious note, it's like there's never been a like sicker time to be alive, and it's like we're actually going through a revolution, you could say, where the mainstream media is being taken from the huge corporations and it's actually being put to the public now. It's crazy. Like what are you've like, you know, CNN trying to buy Casey Neistat's YouTube channel. It's a nuts time to be alive. So yeah, good question. Oh, and then this kind of leads from it. What helped you learn about creating and editing content? Funny enough, if you want to get good on YouTube and learn how to edit, YouTube.
Literally, there are videos, tutorials and everything now. Admittedly, the vast majority of those tutorials are horrendous, and they're like, I mean, I don't mean rude, but the people that make them aren't always the most socially advanced people, but like you will literally learn how to do anything by watching a YouTube video. Like,
it's crazy. Like and I often say, like, you know, I'm a college dropout. You graduated from college, didn't you?
Uni, mate.
If you truly want to learn about something, you'll go off and learn about it yourself.
And like also, even doing things like this, I've learned lots of things like by hanging out with other YouTubers, you know, like how they operate, how they edit, what things they use, what methods they use. Like you definitely learn a lot from interacting with other like-minded people. So cool.
Get out, like you've heard this, but get out there and connect and literally network. That's the word I'm looking for. So last question, we are coming up to 17 minutes and I can hear the construction start above me. This is the alarm, this is the final edit. Bodybuilding when being a dad to a young child, finding time and sleeping enough. Me, I'm like single, no responsibilities. I'm like, go to the gym, whatever.
Like
so I'm going for you.
I'm a big believer in firstly, like you adapt, right? Anything that seems hard initially, if you do it, eventually you'll adapt, right? So like,
that's a good life lesson for everybody.
Yeah. Like it'll be alright. You'll get used to it. You know, like So you could get a job as a like construction worker. You do manual labour for like 15 hours a day. Initially, you're going to feel like you're going to die, right? After a few weeks, it'll be the norm. Like you won't. Do you know what I mean? You'll just do it without even thinking about it, and it's fine. And conversely, you could retire and have all the time in the world to like do whatever you want. And then like little menial tasks like going shopping become like a really big deal, and you get stressed out about them. Like your body is always trying to seek like an equilibrium. So whatever you do,
homeostasis.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know why I said that, but like long story short, like after having a child, initially of course it's hard because you have to adapt to like fitting it in at maybe kind of unorthodox times, and you haven't got as much time. But ultimately, you get used to it. You find a way of making it work. You know, and the key thing is that if it's important enough to you, then you'll make it happen. You know, like saying I haven't got time to do that, like, or saying I can't do it. Like all you're saying is that isn't important enough to me. You know, like if you really want to like get better in the gym and get bigger and get stronger, then you'll find time to do it. Like make it a priority, and then even if it means getting up really early or going to bed later or going in your lunch break, whatever it is, you can make it work.
Yeah,
but I'm fortunate enough, like as you are, like I'm a YouTuber, so like training now is my job, you know. But I had a period of time where I was still working full time as a teacher, where I had to make time to train after work, sometimes at work or before work. So yeah, you just make it work. You find a way.
When I worked like 9 to 6, I would work just on my lunch break, and I just like intermittent fast and maybe eat lunch at my desk. Then you get home, work on a side job, meet your family, go to sleep. So you'll find an hour in the day, and instead try saying this, right? This will help you kind of toughen you up a little bit as a person. Instead of saying I don't have time, just say it's not a priority to me.
Yeah.
Just say, be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, it's not a priority. There's nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing wrong. Just say right now it's not a priority to me, so I'm not going to make it happen.
This is risky.
No.
Just a clean high.
Yeah, clean.
That was good.
That was a good one. All right, finishing up the Q&A here. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave it a thumbs up. It takes a second. Thank you so much, Matt, for joining me, keeping me company this week.
It's been awesome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Rob's hospitality is next level. Just putting it out there. If you live anywhere near Dublin, Rob said, he outwardly said, come to his house. He'll put you up for an indefinite amount of time. Food, transport.